Greetings and aloha. I'm Jacinta.
And I'm Khefreun. And welcome to Tapping the Grid, Developing Your Innate Omniscience. This is our three-part video series where we will discuss these rapidly changing times and discuss how to better navigate the challenges being presented to all of us right now.
In this first video, part 1, we'll be talking about what is going on in the world, collectively and individually, where you fit in, and what you can do to survive and thrive during the shift.
I'll be sharing with you details about our collective trends from an astrological perspective, and break down how the major aspects of the planets are affecting our collective evolution at this time.
So, what is going on? Some are referring to this poignant time in history as the quickening or the ascension, and others are calling it the apocalypse. Which is true? Which is right? Which did we choose? We did indeed make a choice, and we are in fact reaping the effects of that decision. Here's the good news. It was a personal decision, as this world we live in is based off the principles of free will and the law of attraction. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions are determining the path that you are living. Many people, unfortunately, have chosen the path of the lemming and are falling off the planet alongside others who agreed to the hype of fear and despair. Those who have chosen ascension, paradise, utopia, peace, are experiencing and receiving our desires. What we are also experiencing, however, is the shedding of our old scripts, programs, conditioning, and baggage, as they contradict that utopian reality we are manifesting. So, those on the path of ascension are also living lives that are seemingly crumbling before our very eyes. Both paths, paradise or apocalypse, veer along the road rock bottom. If you believe that the world is going to end, then you will inevitably bring that to yourself, especially because attractions are manifesting faster during these times. If you, however, are moving toward raising your consciousness, believe in your destiny, and are learning to cooperate with the natural world, then you already know the truth that your years of contrast have shown you. And you are ready, ripe, and willing to express your true self and co-create this new world. We need you. These end times don't have to be bad at all. Change is the only constant, and the only other constant is that we, as a collective of individuals, are constantly shaping that change with our individual thoughts, feelings, and actions.
Any challenges we face individually, as a family, as a country, as a planet, are for one purpose: to help us evolve beyond our limitations. Throughout history, collective movements from revolutions to renaissances have helped societies confront and overcome their inherent flaws and weaknesses. So what would be some of the limitations facing our society today? Well, much of the world seems to find itself in some sort of economic trouble. We are collectively experiencing extremes in terms of who holds power and who's powerless. Political, business, and financial institutions are all being confronted for their ever-expanding abuse of authority. Where exactly does our personal power lie? Are you agreeing to a hopeless world, or do you believe that things can change? From this perspective, we are learning that a society that does not distribute its power equally will not survive. Unless the highest well-being of all peoples is achieved, the imbalance will swing the pendulum of power to the other side, and a new structure will be created. We've seen this happen countless times throughout history. Pluto is the planet of evolution. Pluto shows us what we need to change in ourselves and in our communities in order to overcome the current limitations. The laws of nature do not spare humanity. If an animal has broken its leg in the wild, it will not be fit to care for itself and will succumb to a stronger force. The same principle of evolution also applies to our consciousness. If we as a species cannot develop a collectively sustainable way of life, then we will not be able to adapt for survival.
We are all moving magnetically now, being almost energetically drawn toward our deeper calling in life, through contrast or inspiration. This time of our lives is about learning what we really want to contribute to the collective mass, and then go do it. We are being charged to be the solution we seek in the world, and to come together to create communities that will honor and cultivate harmony and sustainable living. We must now share our resources and pull together in order to survive these changing times. We will either blossom or dehydrate. Sharing of resources is of the utmost importance right now. Those of us who believe we can salvage the planet, humankind, and peace on Earth are necessarily being drawn together at this time. We seek open communication, non-drama, and ease. If your family life has suddenly turned upside down, and you find yourself needing to create new family, follow your heart and pursue your freedom. Go with it. Create new family.
At this time, Pluto is in the sign of Capricorn. This means that we must examine and redefine all structures and systems of authority, both within our societies and within our personal lives. Well, for example, the newly founded Tea Party and the global Occupy movement are cultural interrogations of the political and financial institutions that govern the lives of all humanity. This is a collective reflection on our power as individuals. On the personal level, we all have things we must answer to. Our parents, our jobs, our children, our teachers, our spouse. These are all people and things we allow to influence our actions, thoughts, feelings, and behavior. But at what point does something hold too much power over us? At this time, we must all ask ourselves who has the say over our life. Am I sustainable? How can I become autonomous and happy? And with whom can I form trustworthy alliances? As the symbolic cycle of death, Pluto shows us the things in life we must shed in order to lead healthier and more fulfilling lives. By asking yourself those questions, you will be shown what things you must begin and what you must let go.
Silence is the best counterpart to regret. When purging your karma, otherwise known as baggage, failure, loss, lessons, illness, consequences, regret, doubt, fear, you will require the silence of the sage. Don't freak out and fight with what is right now, or you may incidentally attract more of it. Just learn what it came to teach you in non-resistance, in silence, maturity, and mastery, and move along your journey, trusting and faithful in your higher purpose. You are almost at the end of this suffrage. Purging of our old agreements is what's on the menu for us all in these times. Our thoughts, feelings, and actions, even reactions, created the world we're in. We can be in denial, rage, fear, doubt, and anxiety, or we can be the solution. Apocalypse or paradise. Innovation or stagnation. It's your free will. Loss is a state of mind. Focus on what's lost and you will remain there, lost. Focus on what can supplant, replace, repair, replenish, renew, recharge, and resurrect what's been lost. And now you've got innovation. The only thing that has ever propelled the human race forward is innovation. Let's not forget that now. Please stay tuned for part 2, where we will be discussing why developing your omniscience is imperative to your survival and thrival during these end times.
Thank you.
Aloha.